Well, it feels sometimes like we've lost our way, and it feels sometimes like the world's gone mad. The unintended consequences of radical progress, the unintended consequences of the liberation of the human nervous system by electrifying our thoughts and distributing them massively through social media has led to a new kind of pillaging of our inner life, where 1,001 algorithms compete for our attention, and when information is cheap, attention becomes expensive. What has happened, friends, that is driving us mad is a new kind of illness forged by the coupling of the human and the algorithm. The unintended consequence is something Douglas Rushkoff has called Digiphrenia. You can feel it every day. The temperature is going off the rails. Log into the social media platforms and you feel immediately invaded, and your sense-making is thwarted, and you've lost the way, and you've lost your path, and the mental health epidemic is real, and the depression and the suicide and the anxiety and the OCD and the PTSD and the fucking ruminations and the excessive self-consciousness, and it's going off the rails. The tribalism, it's all consuming, and it's making us implode. And so the fresh new question becomes, where do we go from here? How do we find our way? What new kind of perspective is needed? What new kind of visionary understanding is required? What new kind of reframing might bring us back into some kind of coherence? Well, I find a lot of perspective and clarifying introspection from getting past the anthropomorphic perspective. Sometimes looking at models of the solar system, watching the planets orbiting the sun, then zooming out until I see the galaxies, and I imagine our galaxy is one of many galaxies hurtling through some impossibly vast space, and before I know it, I've recontextualized the self and start to see myself as a marvelous conduit in a timeless whole from which molecules and meanings flow from neurons to nebula and back again, from atoms to star systems and back again. It's said that there's more neuronal connections in our brain than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. There's so much profundity that goes within, so much profundity that goes without. We are suspended in paradox, somewhere between divinity and mortality, somewhere between infinity and finitude, somewhere that doesn't make sense, yet makes all the sense. And this recontextualization, this different kind of perspective serves to bring me closer to others. It makes me want to hold your hand. It makes me want to say, yes, we can. It makes me want to be humble, for we are made of earth, but also be noble, for we are made of stars. There is a psychedelic, ego-dissolving revelation, a flash of insight that at once becomes clear that we are a way for the cosmos to know itself. And so the crushing, fibrillating anxiousness, the corrupted sense-making, the digiphrenic thing that has become of the human condition right now puts us at a precipice of transformation. This could be our greatest moment. It could be the birth of something new. This is the birth canal, and it's bloody, and we might not make our way out. But if we do, the chrysalis will turn into a butterfly. Ad astra, we go to the stars next. But we've got to wake up, we've got to show up, we've got to come back into center, to realize that we are cells and atoms and electrons and star systems hurled by no choice of our own into this impossible tapestry of sublime rapture, this suchness, this overwhelm, static overwhelm that comes from smashing our sense of separateness in quaking, annihilating glory, and coming back into a radiance that simply says, wow. You know, at the end of the film Contact, when Jodie Foster goes through the wormhole and meets the aliens at the end of time, she says, my God, a celestial event. They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. Wake up. Show up. This is our moment. This is our moment.